Okay, that's ideal. Love it when things work. Here we go. And we are live. Playing ball tomorrow?
Oh, God dang it. I knew I was
I'm
forgetting
guessing
something.
no. Guessing
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
a no.
we still can. I mean, you don't have to really plan basketball. He
Yeah.
said that he's free tomorrow. Obviously you are not in the time
Uh,
zone. We got the phone call.
it's
Uh,
just in the morning. And then at 9 o'clock there's drywall people coming over. So
what time?
9 a.m.
So yeah, how were you even gonna play?
Well, I didn't schedule the drywall people. I was just told today.
Jesus. Uh, okay.
So I mean,
Um,
I'm guessing like for the time, depending on the time, I should be able to play a
how,
couple hours at
how
least. What do you mean how?
does somebody? Oh, is she gonna be at home?
Maybe.
'Cause that's the thing. We can't. I mean,
If we play at 10, we could play for a couple hours. Dude, we're not in shape.
so
Like
true.
we're gonna be good. Maybe hour and a half.
So true. Okay, I just need one more. All right.
See how this goes. You open your filter yet?
Ooh, it's right there though. No, I haven't opened it
Okay.
yet. But
I got your shock mount too, so
oh, dude, I appreciate it, man. Oh yeah, Jameson right here.
about to
I
be
think it's all
professional. Now when you say peas, they won't come in like that.
right.
I
Oh
don't
yeah.
even know if I have it set up right.
Oh, it looks good. It looks good. Looks right. All right, let's get this bad boy. Excuse me. Let's get this bad boy going.
We
Yeah.
got 30 seconds.
All right. Cool.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll see. I'll ask him tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw him tonight. I should have said something, but I didn't.
You said you saw him tonight.
Yeah,
Where at?
plays ball. He plays ball with us.
I'm talking about Russell. I
I
said.
was
I
talking
said.
about
I'll
basketball.
oh yeah. I was talking about. I'll ask him tomorrow.
Okay, okay. We're on two different wavelengths there.
Right. I was like, you saw him? I'm like,
Yeah, we play softball together. Russell Wilson and I.
I was like, I
Yeah,
mean,
we're good
he
friends.
he does use
I
wheels
call
up,
him
so I mean, it's
I call him
doable.
Big R. He calls me
All
Little
right.
J.
Ooh, okay. We got some stuff.
Who
Um,
are you?
we got
Who,
some stuff to chat about.
who, who,
We got
who
some stuff
are
about.
you? You ready? We'll start with a positive,
Indeed.
and we'll get into it right away because I think we know what we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yo, what's up, sports fans? Welcome to some Untapped Keg Sports. I am one of the dudes, RJ Zimmerman. I'm here with my good friend Monte Ball, looking very smart there, guy. How you
Come
doing?
on, man. I'm good, man. I'm good. I picked these up at they're very expensive. So I think they're flown straight from Milan, Italy. You guys know
Oh,
no,
that makes
got,
sense.
got these at Target.
You
Target
know,
for $10.
I was about to say that you probably got them from France while you're watching your French team barely squeak into the round of 16 in the Euros. How's Italy doing? What's Italy ranked?
No, I have not been watching a lot of soccer. I've been actually watching more basketball than I think I've ever watched
I'm not gonna lie. This is the
in my
most
life.
fun NBA playoffs
Like in my life.
since the Oklahoma
Yeah.
City Thunder Miami Heat finals when it was
I
hard.
mean, I've watched a few Portugal games. I was watching a good old Cristiano. Yeah, I mean, he, as we all know, he's a goat. I have been seeing some highlights of his, but I've been tuning in here and there to soccer, but I've really been on bad. I've actually been watching a 3/4 of a game, sometimes 3.5 fourths of a game, 3.5. This is the
3.5
most.
fourths.
Yeah, 3.5 fourths.
You know what they say. You know what they say. You know what they say, man. 5/4 of Americans are bad at fractions.
I don't get the joke. If there is a joke in there.
5/4 of Americans are bad at fractions.
So about,
5/4.
I mean, I understand but I don't like the joke.
I was told there'd be no math.
Yeah, I don't understand the staleness in the joke. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to it, man.
Let's talk about the good. Let's talk about the good first. It's
well, obviously the
exciting.
Bucks, obviously they made it past the Nets. Obviously,
They did. They did. And I watched that fourth quarter. I watched that overtime. Fourth quarter, they're playing well. They're finishing this game. And I'm like, no, they're not going to do the Wisconsin sports fan thing to me where I get my hopes up and then they lose by a buzzer beater. This is not going to happen.
it almost happened.
They have an inbounds pass. Brooke Lopez, one thing you can't do, 7 seconds left in the game. 1 second left on the shot clock.
He redeemed himself, though.
Really, 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 really bad play design on this inbounds. I want to put that out there. That play design on the inbounds, it's not a good play that they ran. Brooke Lopez gets the ball and looks to pass with 1 second on the shot clock.
Did you see who was he passing to? Middleton, I think it was.
No, it was Holiday. He was looking for Drew Holiday.
Did you see what Holiday did to after the shot clock went out? He like pointed at it.
Yeah.
Like, where are you? How do you not? We just had a timeout. Was it a timeout, right?
Yeah.
I think
coming out of a timeout.
We just talked about it for 30 seconds. The shot clock, but he redeemed himself though. Lopez redeemed himself. I think it was 2 seconds after that. I think it was a steal. I think or so. Or,
it was in overtime. He redeemed himself.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Because the next possession, KD toe on the line ties it up. And
I wanted to talk about that.
He knew too that yo, what's up, Doctor Witch Doctor? We appreciate the raid. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Witch Doctor. Really appreciate it.
KD knew that he had nothing in the tank for overtime, so he wanted that three. Got lucky.
Here's what I want to tell people right now.
Did you have a good stream there, Doc? Sorry.
No, you're good, man. You're good. Oh, no worries. Oh, yeah, we really appreciate it. When I watched that, this is exactly what I said to myself. So again, to those who may not have saw it, so Kevin Durant, obviously an amazing shooter, one of the greatest scorers in all basketball in history. He's taking his usual 3-point fade, but his toe was on the line, so it was evident that it was a 2-pointer.
As soon as the ball went up, you knew it was a 2-pointer because it was that far over the line. It's not like it was a little bit.
An inch is far over the line, but that's the epitome of a game of inches. I told people that's going to be the clip in the clinic when we talk about this game's in a game of inches, they're going to show that play. I'm telling you, obviously with many other plays, but they're going to show that play. If he was an inch back, he makes that shot, different ball game.
That's game over. There's no time left. There was, what was there, 0.7, 0.3?
Yeah, that's game. That's right. Different ball game. That's game. You guys are going home.
Yeah.
Game of inches.
I was like, oh. And then they started overtime. The Bucks looked bad, but they closed it out. Giannis made a really tough bucket, hits the free throw, ties it up, and then the Bucks just didn't look back. The next time down, Lopez has a big block right to a guy, and then the Bucks never looked back.
KD had nothing in the tank. I think he played 52 minutes prior to overtime.
He played the entire game, yeah.
52 minutes prior to overtime. So he played 57 minutes.
Yep.
Can you imagine running for 60 minutes?
No,
Like I can't even.
I don't run. So why would I ever do that?
So people say, and it's right. And football is different. It's a completely different conditioning. Football, it's a 6 second burst. You got a 30 second, 40 second, uh, yeah, uh, little gap in time to call the play, whatever, all that bull crap. Basketball, those sequences can go on for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, where you're just going back and forth up and down the court. And if you go up and down that court 3 to 4 times to 5 times, you're going to feel that next quarter, the quarter after that. That
Mm-hmm.
starts compounding. And obviously, knowing KD, he gives it his all. So
You
after
knew
he
he
missed,
had nothing.
yeah, once the Bucks won, obviously I give all credit to Bucks, but I still was just like, that is a wonderful
That was
performance.
a
Like he,
gutty effort. It was a gutty effort. He balled out.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
the Bucks though, I have to give them credit. They finished that game out, except for that
they
play by
did.
Lopez.
They
They
did.
they hit their free throws. They ran sets. They weren't getting overwhelmed. Like it looked good, and I was excited that they finished that out. It felt like they got a monkey off their back. Like
Hmm.
they're gonna be able to, you know, they're gonna be able to uh, learn from this and maybe take the next step as a team. And yeah, let's talk about game
No,
one. Let's talk about
yeah.
game one.
In order for they're gonna get past the Hawks. Nah, that they didn't even look worried after the game either, which I liked
They
seeing that.
played poor the entire game. It's not
They
like
did.
they had a quarter where they were really
And Trey Young
running.
put up 49 or 50, so he was he
48,
did
yeah.
his he did his thing, and they're gonna get past the Hawks. I think they're capable of making it past the Nets. They can get past the Hawks. You neutralize Young, he'll be just fine. Giannis seemed to be. See, you can tell he's been working on his free throws. I mean,
Yeah.
I did not think he was gonna make that the first one. That late in the game. I was like, okay, now what does he do? Does he miss the second one, purposely miss it, or does he make it? I tell you what they need to focus on is it seems like to me when I watch the Bucks play, when a certain play doesn't work, they kind of get stuck and they'll just pass it and then they'll kind of just stand there and they'll maybe just like shoot the three, go to hero ball where they'll just pass it and turn it over. I feel like they need to work more on transitioning from a broken down play to free ball in a
Ah,
sense.
you're
It,
talking they need to practice the Aaron Rodgers. The play breaks down, everybody run to the end zone. Everybody run to the basket, whatever.
well,
Like,
funny you bring that up because that is what we actually did. So when I was in Denver, what we would do is obviously, you're running routes and stuff, and the quarterback has to scramble. Now you already know. Peyton made sure we knew if you're in the flat, you stay in the flat. And you just position. You just you just stand there and face the quarterback. If
yeah.
you're mid-level, meaning if you're about 15 yards down, you have that zone. If you're obviously deeper than that, you have that zone, and you go towards the side of the quarterback. So great point. I think the Bucks need to do that. Work on if the play breaks down, okay, boom. Now we all know what to do. I'm expecting for you to be
Backside to
there,
the
you to be there, you
basket,
to be there.
you fade to the corner, you come
Yeah,
up, set a pick, go. It's like,
yeah,
bro,
exactly. And again, you're still playing that free ball, free basketball, but you still have a sense of where your teammates are gonna be. Okay, boom, that play didn't work. Okay, I know Lopez is gonna be over there. I know Middleton's gonna be over there. I know Holiday's gonna be somewhere down there working probably the baseline or what have you, something. Giannis point or not point, probably behind the arc, probably up free throw line, what have you. Do something rather than just trying to chuck it up and make the three. But let's go back to the last game, man. Holiday's three. Holiday's three, the one he made. He kind of shot himself out of the funk. I was
oh, you're
glad to
you're
see from
talking the
that.
Nets game.
Yeah, I'm talking the
Okay,
game before.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Holiday had an atrocious game up until that point, and then he hits
He
that
shot
three,
himself.
and it was like a different player. I mean,
And then
he
he made
showed
the
up,
next one too.
big play, big player, making big plays and big moments, and we talk about it all the
I
time.
like him.
And if you're gonna be that player, you got to do it, and he did it.
Right.
And that's what the Bucks have been missing. Like, and Middleton finished too. Like Middleton looked really good in that fourth quarter too.
Yeah.
Like Giannis looked like he wasn't quite sure. like we talked about, he hasn't been playing basketball for that long, so he doesn't have the
Composure
composure
when
yet.
it's
Yeah, the composure.
Mhm.
So he gets a little I'm he just gets a little too wound up. He needs somebody to settle him down. So
Does.
when Giannis and Drew started hitting those shots, you could see Giannis kind of settle down a little bit, and that helped. And then they did play good defense at the end too on KD. KD's hitting tough shots, tough shots. Harden banks in a three. Like everybody's talking like that's a great shot. That's a terrible shot. He banked it in. He had no idea where the ball was going. Like
That's listen, that's what I'm saying, man. They should have obviously they shouldn't have even have been to a game 7. The Bucks shouldn't, but obviously they did against the
yeah,
Nets. And my thing is this: you beat the Nets at Brooklyn. That's a hostile environment. It's the fans are right there on your backs. The low ceiling, it seems like it's loud. And I mean you're in New York, so just traveling there alone is exhausting. Kudos to them for doing that. So that's why now going to game 1, they did lose, but I think they're going to be fine. I think you will get your Bucks in the finals, which is going to be crazy. Now, will it be the
I
Suns
need
or
you to
the
look in my eyes. I
Yeah,
am not believing. I'm not
no.
believing, and I will not believe until it happens.
That's the Wisconsin sports fans. Do not count your chickens before they hatch. That is true. Now, my question to you, RJ, is it going to be the Suns or the Clippers? Suns are
It's
up
the
2-0, I
Suns.
believe,
It's the
right?
Suns.
I
Listen,
got some people. I got some
dude.
people thinking Clippers.
Listen, the Clips have been down 2-0 in post series and come back and won. Um, so you never know. But the Suns, they look like they're on another level. They're playing team ball. That's the big thing. They're playing team ball. Everybody knows their role. They're like the Hawks right now, where everybody knows their role and they're not trying to do too much. And to me,
And nice.
that's sometimes that feels like PJ Tucker steps outside of his
Yeah.
role with the Bucks, where he's got the Dennis Rodman role, defense and rebounding. And
Yeah. See, I'm not a fan. I'm sorry.
he
I'm sorry.
kind
Go ahead.
of sorry, but he just kind of sometimes it feels like on offense he tries to force things to happen, and
Yeah.
that's okay. Sometimes you have to, but it just sometimes it slows him down.
All right. Thank you
Slows
for
him down a little bit. So
tuning in, Vladimir. We really appreciate it.
yeah,
Sorry,
thanks, Doc. You have a good night.
yeah,
Take care of your
appreciate it, Doc.
friend.
I hear you, man. I hear you about PJ Tucker. The thing with me about PJ Tucker is I was watching him very closely game 7 because he was losing his composure. He was getting very upset. Very, very upset. And I was like, are they going to tee him up?
Well,
I'm like, because he was screaming at the refs.
yeah,
I was like,
it's because he fouled
they
out
could.
too.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, they could tee him up. Like it was
Yeah.
like 2 fouls prior to him falling out, and then he was saying, hey, I think he was complaining that they were holding. Well, Blake Griffin was messing with him.
Can we talk about this James Harden foul thing? How have refs not figured this out? And
I don't get
it's
it
what
either.
gets me going with James Harden the most. He goes up to shoot, but he grabs the defender's arm and pulls it into him, and then he shoots, and you can tell that he grabbed the arm.
You can
And
clearly see it in
the
the replay.
refs call it every time against a defender. And it's like, how can you not see him hook that arm
He
and
hooks
pull it
it.
in? And he does
It's a
it close. So
beautiful.
he does,
It's beautiful though.
but it annoys me so much
It
if
is
you can't
annoying,
see it. It's so
but
like
it's beautiful
good on
though. You
him.
have
Like that's old man at the Y ball. You're
yeah.
gonna draw that foul and draw the contact, maybe make the shot, but
You
oof,
gotta. That's what I'm saying. I
oof.
love. It's very annoying, and I would hate to play against it. But that's a vet move. That's people who I'm gonna. You can play as sound as you want, but I know the tricks to get the calls. Um,
Yeah,
Not necessarily. I mean, I'm not a fan of the whole flop, but I like the. I'm gonna pull you in for that contact, and maybe we get the call, maybe we don't. But I'm gonna make sure the ref sees that there is some contact. That's part of the game of basketball. It really is. It really is. Not again, not much so much of the flop, but you got to act a little. Got to act a little.
that's a lot though. That's what I'm saying. And he does
Yeah,
it every game, and he gets the call like 10 times a game, and it's just like,
right.
what?
That's
Are you
true. I
kidding
mean,
me? And it doesn't look convincing either sometimes, and he still gets to call it. It
I
is
hear
what it
you. So
is.
we got Bucks tomorrow, game 2 in Milwaukee. It's gonna be an exciting game. It's gonna be pretty cool. There's a player I wanted to chat with you about. This young man loves to be the villain. I freaking love it. You already know who I'm talking about. Come on. Loves to be the Trey Young, man. This dude loves to be the villain.
He is. He's loving it right now. He is loving
I
life.
again, I can't give him too much credit. He needs to build up a resume, but this young man is playing some really good basketball.
But
Um,
like he needs to build up a resume, but he is embracing this to another
he really
level.
is.
And that's it is it you know, it's not fun. That last game wasn't fun for me, but it was fun to watch before this that he kept putting those points up. So you know who he reminds me of? AI.
Okay, God dang it, I can see that. That's a good one. That's a good take. I'll have to admit it. I'll have to admit, I'm kind of upset that I
Because
didn't think of that.
even though he scores, you know, the 48, he gets his assists, he gets his dimes, and
He
he
loves
loves the hostile environment. He eggs it on, and that's very
that
AI like.
that video of him against the Knicks, sitting there about to inbound the ball, and he's just looking over at them, and they're all just screaming. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Those are the moments that former players miss. It is those hostile environments. Playing in Iowa City, loved it. Playing in Ohio State, loved it. I loved playing in away games more than home because it's just so sick. And then Trey Young, just that bow that he gave them, I was like, oh, so sick.
Lion, why
Loved it.
you got to bring that up? Why you got? First off,
Yeah, I stopped.
I love to see you, Lion. It's been a little while, but
What's up,
why
man?
you got to jinx it? Why you got to jinx it? Well, Lion
I see
says
that.
AI stopped the Bucks from going to the finals,
Yeah,
and
I can see it.
it's very very true.
I wouldn't say it.
I
I mean,
don't
here's the
know.
thing.
I don't know if Trey Young can carry a team like AI carried that team. We'll
No,
see. Not like against a team like the Bucks. Like they beat the Knicks,
you can't compare it.
an upstart Knicks team, and um, a Sixers team that just went in the tank. Like
Exactly.
the Sixers are a good team, but they went in the tank in that fourth quarter.
The Hawks. Yeah, I hear you. The Hawks shouldn't be this far.
Well,
They shouldn't.
so here's my question. The last podcast, before we move on, the last podcast we talked about how the Bucks need to move on from the coach.
Right.
Do you still think they need to move on from the coach?
I think so. When we talk about sports, I think the coach can put the players in the right position to save the coach's ass, and sometimes I think the players can outperform the coach's play calling, if in a sense, maybe take it into their own hands to save the coach's
Hold
ass.
on. Do you hear that? I
What?
just heard a Coach B, Coach Bielema. Coach Bielema's calling.
So for this instance, I choose the latter, saying I think they keep the Bucks because the Bucks players saved his ass by winning Game 7. I think if they would have lost, he would have been in some trouble. So I think that they did a good job of rallying around a coach that was rattled. Yeah.
He,
And
he
saved
was
him.
rattled. He
Yeah.
was rattled.
And
I'm not
saved
gonna
him.
lie. He was rattled last night again. Like that's the thing. That's what
And
gets
that
me.
doesn't help Giannis either, especially a young player. All
An
eyes on
immature
him.
player still, and I don't mean
Mhm.
that like I'm not saying that in a
Right.
derogatory way. I'm saying it
Right.
like Giannis is 26,
That's
25,
so young.
26.
Yeah.
Dude's only played basketball for like 10 years. Like
That's unreal.
dude is still learning how to play this game.
That's
And he's
unreal.
playing it at the highest level. So he's still getting better shooting. Like
He is.
2 years ago, who would have known he'd be this good at 3-pointers? His
Right.
free throws, like from the last series to this one. Let's see
See, I
how
would
let's see how
love-
game 2 goes, but game 1
Yeah.
was improved. Like, dude, it works. He puts in the work.
Yeah. I would love to see him take less 3-pointers, more mid-range, more 15-footers. I think
So you want to see
he
him go to that MJ tape from like 97, 98?
I do. If Giannis can work the penetrate but pull up, quick pull up like KD, quick pull up.
Sure.
boom, one dribble and like bow, one dribble and pull up. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, his. Don't get me wrong, his mid game is already decent. He's really good at the 15-foot range.
Yeah, but if he
But
gets that, but that pull up's a different type of game, though, right?
because everybody knows his moves is head down drive. Well, if he develops that boom and pull up, that
So
separation is going to.
most people think like when he spins, he's going inside, but if he spun and faded away and he starts hitting that,
You can't contest it. That's Dirk Nowitzki. You can't contest it.
that's
That's Dirk right there. That's that high point shot with his height. You can't. It's uncontested every time, even if there's a player there. That's Dirk's move, and it's unstoppable. If you nail that, it's unstoppable.
hmm. Yeah,
What you thinking?
that's well, I'm just thinking like how like we would have another move like the Olajuwon shot, like the Patrick Ewing shot, like the Abdul-Jabbar hook, right? Like there's so many players that had these shots that you couldn't guard. Well, if Giannis has that, that would be the Giannis shot almost like
Lights
the
out.
moves.
He'd be lights out. He'd be lights out. He'd be lights out because right
It'd
now,
be
as I
like
said,
when Jordan lost a little bit of explosiveness and he developed a post game.
listen, that's what I love about that's the really cool things about it. You really can see these players adapt and develop. That and I'm telling you, if Giannis can
Like Kobe was a terrible shooter.
wait, what?
Kobe was a terrible shooter at the beginning of his career.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you had to you had to add to that.
We were talking about them
You-
adapting and getting better.
True. Touche. Yeah. And then I said Kobe started to really connect with that fadeaway, and they couldn't stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't stop it. If Giannis can develop his mid-range game more, his shot is fine, but if he can become more agile with his dribble, and again, I'm this is a lot. He's a taller player. He's lanky.
I don't know.
I
I
get
don't know if he'd be able to be more agile with a dribble just because of his body type, right? Like
yeah.
even KD's not that agile, and Dirk was definitely not. And nobody would ever confuse Dirk Nowitzki for an agile player.
Right, but again, I'm talking about that.
Right.
Like I said earlier, that one dribble.
Yeah.
I'm taking you to the hole. Oh wait, ball's already above your head.
Yeah.
And I'm draining it. So he'll get that separation. He can be very lethal. Or if you, or I'm going to blow right past you.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be exciting for him. He's going to be
The sky's been the limit forever for him, and it still is. It still is
he's
the
20, 25, 20. Come on, this guy can play for 10 more years.
Yeah,
and 10 more years for sure. I mean, it's exciting. So game 2 tomorrow against the Hawks. Again, I don't think you guys are going to have a problem against the Hawks at all.
You knock on wood. Knock on wood right now.
Yeah, true, but come on. The Hawks are... Trae Young is going to get tired. That's just how it is. He's just going to get tired. I think it's... Yeah. I don't think it's
might. He may not. He might be an AI. He might be an AI that never gets tired. They can run for years and just never get tired. Giannis is 26.
26. Yeah. I mean...
he might have been in the gym with Coach Carter all summer, and he's just better conditioned than everybody else. Tying it into last week's podcast.
Hey, Coach Chris says hello.
Coach Chris says hello?
Mm-hmm. I said it. I was talking to him all day tonight, or all tonight, chatting with him.
Name dropper.
Same old Coach Chris. Awesome. Love the man. Most down-to-earth person. One of the most down-to-earth person. I think the second person or the first person would be James White. Coach Chris as well. The money and the fame just does not change him, and that's just such an awesome thing to see. Yeah.
That's cool. That is cool.
He says hello to the fam. But so what's up? So soccer, of course.
The Euro Cup. Let's
do Euro. Indeed.
You don't want to talk about American soccer because you don't like
how is Italy doing?
Christian Pulisic.
How is
Listen,
Italy doing? I
Italy
did see
has
that.
not won by less than 2 goals yet. And by that, I mean they haven't even conceded a goal.
Well, you guys played what? Wales,
Well,
Turkey.
you can only beat who's put in front of you,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
beating the bricks
yeah.
off of people.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. I did see Portugal. This might have been. This was 2 games. This was 1 game ago. Not this last game, but the game before. 2 games ago. That own goal
That's
against
smacked.
against Germany.
That's smacked.
I was talking to my good friend, and he's a die-hard Cristiano Ronaldo fan, and he was just swearing and going off. And
I
I
didn't
was
think
like,
Portugal was going to make it through. I still don't understand how they made it through, but they did.
Portugal just never seems to get it done like Argentina. When you look at these Lionel
Yes.
Messi's and this Cristiano
I feel
Ronaldo's,
so
it's like
bad for Messi because Argentina, their soccer team is not much better than the US, except
not
they
even
have
yeah,
Lionel Messi. That's it. The
right.
best player maybe
Yeah.
ever to play.
You know, he probably loves it but hates it. Loves obviously representing his country, but then just knows that they're never going to be able to make it. Same for Ronaldo. Same for Ronaldo with Portugal. It's hard to play those English teams, though. It's hard. It's hard to play those English teams. They know how to play. They know how to
They're
play.
physical. That's what I've noticed. Like they're so much more
Yeah.
physical than most of the other like Germany and Italy, I would say are pretty physical. But
Germany for
those
sure.
like Great Britain teams, they are a lot more physical.
That dates all the way back to Rooney. Dates all the way back to even Beckham.
I mean, that
Those
goes
players
back to like the 60s and
even
50s.
further. Right. Right. But I remember Rooney. I don't know how many freaking bloody noses that dude had. That thing Wayne Rooney. That love it, man. Love it. But what else we got? We obviously got
Well, how's
Roger
France doing?
Staub. What?
You're burying the lead here. How's France doing?
I buried it like a mug too. I actually do not know. I did not catch the last game, and I apologize again. I've been
They're
really on the
yeah.
whole.
Why are you busy?
NBA,
We probably should have started with this. Why have you been so
right?
busy?
I've been so busy.
Talk
Obviously, my
about
book
burying the
came.
lead.
All right, my book came out on Monday. Nowhere to
Wait, you're
run.
what?
My book, my book came out. Nowhere to run. Discovering your true self in the midst of an addiction. You guys can check that out on Amazon. Please go to my website, or you can wait to get a copy, a signed copy for myself at monteball.com. Very easy. Um, but yeah, busy with that. I just scheduled right now, just locked in a date for my first book signing. Um, been hectic times, but in a good way. And then obviously trying to catch this basketball, try to catch soccer, um, try to keep up with my leagues in the show. So it's been interesting. How are those Brewers doing, by the way?
Um, what's it mean when like there's a line and there's a team name and then there's like 5 teams below it? What does that mean?
All right, all right. You
Is
guys
that
got first.
good? Is that good?
You guys are in first right
Did
now.
they break
Nice,
it?
nice. Let me see. Let me see this. Dude, I think I've just rebirthed my love for the game of basketball. Just
Yeah,
watch.
I understand. Lion wants to know where the book signing is.
Lion. Before I say anything, I'm not going to announce yet, but it's going to be in Madison. So I just got confirmation an hour ago that the date and time works. So
I'm
before
not gonna announce yet, but it's in Madison.
yeah, I'm not going to say the location. I just want to make sure that it's really solid, like it's
Sure.
really there before I say anything. But it's July 31st is the date. I want to give people enough time to get it, giving people enough time to read it. Um, yeah. So I will, though, for sure, line for sure. Once I get another second confirmation that we're good to go, yeah, the world will for sure know. But I do appreciate you asking, man. Let's check these Brewers out, though. And oh, wait. No, you said France first. You said France first, and I'll be honest, I
Oh,
did not
France
catch
got through
that.
to the round of 16. I'm just messing with you.
Oh, okay, good. I'll be able to catch that then. Let me see their schedule.
So
What's up? What's so funny?
do you want to know where the Cardinals are?
Where are we, dude?
5.5 games back.
Well, we're not midway yet. All Star is next month, the 11th, I think, 12th or whatever. So what?
They're fourth.
We're fourth. That's bad. That's bad. That's
They have
bad.
not been playing well. I know that. They're getting their butts whooped by the Pirates, who are in fifth right now.
That's bad. France doesn't play till the 28th. That's sweet. I got time.
You know, one thing that about baseball right now.
Yeah.
The NL West is really, really good. The NL West is unbelievably good. So I thought that there would be one wild card team coming out of the Central. So I thought the Brewers and Cardinals could possibly make it. I didn't expect the Cubs to be as good as they are. I can't believe the Cubs are kind of coming together. Yeah. I've heard. You're either winning the division this year in the Central or you're going home. And the two wild card teams are coming out of the West for sure. It's probably going to be the Giants and the Padres. Or maybe the Dodgers.
I wouldn't say it's super early, but we still got the second half. We still have a second half. But you got Dodgers?
The Dodgers are probably going to win the NL West because they're the best, hands down, the best roster in the NL West. I shouldn't say hands down because the Padres have a really, really good roster. The way the Giants are playing, the Giants are actually leading that division by 4 games. But the Giants are kind of an odd team because they got some youngsters.
Yeah.
And then they have some old veterans in that they don't have much in between. So they're either really young players or really old players, and they're playing really well.
That's the thing this is why
surprisingly well.
This is a good time right now. Like you said, we're building up. We're building up. We got finals. We got the Euro Cup. We're almost halfway through the majors. So I mean, then it's really going to start heating up. This is a really good time right now. A really good time right now. So change the subject real quick again.
Oh, hold on one second.
But,
do you want to know the Rockies away record? It's historically bad right now. I just checked it, and I knew it was really bad. I knew them and the Diamondbacks were like historically bad. So the Rockies are 25-16 at home.
Okay.
They are 6-28 on the road.
That's clearly that's clearly a coaching error.
6-28. No, that's because they go from no air, so like the ball travels far, to like a bunch of air, and they can't deal with it.
I'm sure that it affects you a bit, but when you're getting whooped, when you're that bad on your away games, you got to look at the coach. You got to look at, well, obviously in this sport, you got to look at the manager. You got to something's not obviously working. Whatever they're doing is not working. That's the Rockies.
You mean like the Diamondbacks who lost what did they lose? They lost like 18 games in a row, 17 or 18. You want to know what team they beat though to snap their losing streak?
Was it the Cardinals?
No, it was the Brewers.
I think they beat us though early in the season 4-0.
Yeah, sure. They did. Yeah. I remember that.
Us. Yeah.
The D-backs started off pretty hot, but the D-backs, they are not a very good team. They've been hurt a lot though. They had a lot of their key players hurt. So, but yeah. The top 3 teams in the NL West though, that they go with the top 3 teams of any division.
I mean, oh my goodness, I'm just trying to. I get it. You know, I need my Cardinals to turn it around. Let me see.
They will. The Cards will turn it around. So
let me see this. 4th place, you said?
Yeah,
5.5 back.
They're only 5.5 back. It's still somewhat early.
I see. That's right.
Fries.
Ooh.
Is it Frizy?
Yeah.
He says the Rockies have always had a hard time finding good pitching because of the field they play in. They're in full reload mode, Story will be traded by the deadline. Yeah, they got a couple relievers that'll probably be traded too. But part of the problem with the Rockies is when you're at home and you expect your pitchers to break a certain way, and they don't because you have no air to circulate around there. So your ball ends up a little bit, everything's a hanger basically, everything you throw. So you have to adjust so much that it's going to be, it's very interesting, very interesting. And
It is.
like, they spent a lot of money on Mike Hampton a long time ago. I know you have no idea who that is. Mike Hampton ended up with like a 6 ERA at home in Colorado. But a lot of Rockies pitchers, when you look at their ERA at home versus on the road, it's like 2 full run differentials. Because what would be like, let's say it'd be an out or a double in any other ballpark. Colorado, it's a home run.
Right.
You can miss it and that ball's going out. So there's a couple parks. So Cincinnati's similar. Milwaukee's actually similar. Where the ballpark, the airflow that goes through there, the ball carries a little bit more, and there's just a little bit more home runs. So, like in Milwaukee or Cincinnati, if you miss your pitches, you might pay up for it a little bit. But yeah, so that's a little key into the Rockies and their pitching woes.
That makes sense. I mean, I didn't understand how much the game of baseball is impacted by the altitude. I had obviously understood it when we were talking fly balls and stuff, when the ball's that high in the air, but they're not impacted that much by that, I guess, when you're catching it. But I'm assuming, obviously, when you hit the ball, it can travel.
There's not as much air resistance.
Exactly.
Because there's not so much air, you throw it. And Fred's bringing up a good point here. He wants Herman Marquez to go to the Cardinals, which that would be solid. So he's probably gonna get traded. John Gray's probably gonna get traded.
Yeah.
But Arizona used to have a launching pad, and then they got a humidor, which it's similar to a cigar box that they keep the baseballs in, and that keeps the baseballs actually at somewhat of a little. They say it's like a heavier ball. It keeps them heavier. So when they're hit, it acts more like it would in another stadium. So since they got a humidor that they store the baseballs in Arizona, they like dropped the runs by like 3 runs per game, which is quite a few.
So that's the Patriot way, huh?
Well, the thing is, it's legal. It's legal in major leagues. So
I guess I should have understood it. I guess I should have known this because the football is slightly affected, especially for our kickers. Matt Prater tying Jason Elam's record in Denver, the 63-yarder.
Yep.
Would not have made that anywhere else.
Nope.
So, and obviously the dimensions of a football are far greater than, the size of a baseball. Baseball should be, okay. Probably a significant amount of more movement or less movement.
Less. Because what makes simple physics here, I was told there'd be no math. So when you have the air rotating around the ball, that's what makes the ball move to where it is. Right. So the more that the ball is rotating, which is the spin rate, that's how much not velocity, but how much movement you're going to get on it. So right now, Major League Baseball, in the middle of a season, they decided to do this. It's really controversial, especially when you talk to pitchers. They're cracking down on foreign substances on that pitchers use. So it's well known that pitchers put like pine tar in their hats or
who had it on their shoulder? Somebody had it on their.
Was it Severino a couple years ago? It was very obvious. The Brewers had a pitcher, and I can't remember who it was. It wasn't Greinke, but it was somebody else. Anyway, so there's rosin behind the mound that you can use, which is like a chalky substance that can help you get your Pineda. Thank you, Frizy. So
it is, yep. The most obvious thing ever.
It was. And they didn't do anything about it. But so you have rosin back there to help you get a little bit more grip. But these pitchers using pine tar, they're getting so much more rotation on their breaking pitches or even their fastballs that they'll tail even more, that it's starting to make the game. That's part of the reason that it's such a strikeout or home run type of a game right now. So in the middle of the season, they decided that they're going to crack down on it. And now a manager can have a pitcher searched. And I don't know if you saw this. 3 times in 4 innings, a pitcher got searched, and the last time he took his belt off, and he unbuttoned his pants so the umps could check to see if he had any foreign substances on him.
How much cheating is going on in that sport?
This is a known thing. It's kind of like, when steroids were going around. This is a known thing that pitchers have done. Like it's been coached at pretty much every major league team. So it helps you get grip on the ball. So hitters actually don't have the most problem with it, because the last thing you want is a pitcher not having a good grip on a ball.
True.
So it's going to be very interesting the rest of the year to see how much runs actually go up per game, how much strikeouts might go down from now to the end of the year compared to the track we were on to the beginning. And then just to see if there's any injuries that come out of it, because there was a pitcher who got hurt like the first game that they were cracking down on this, and he blamed it on that he couldn't get a good grip on the baseball. So it changed the angle of his throwing motion because he didn't have such a good grip. And that's why he said his arm got hurt. So
nice.
Maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of truth to it, because if you're used to being able to grip a ball a certain way and your arm is over the top, and now you can't grip the ball that way, so you go more 3/4. Because if you have more of a 3/4 or a sidearm, your arm hurts more. You are more prone to get hurt with that arm slot than you do coming over the top.
Right. That makes sense. I mean, I think that's still a reach though on that pitcher, but but I think once that stuff starts, obviously you said that stuff's been going on forever. I mean,
yeah, I mean, this probably honestly goes all the way back to like the 80s, but the thing was, people used to be a little bit more conspicuous about it. Like Major League, the movie Major League made a joke about it, like Vaseline. I got Vaseline. I got Tabasco for my nose, to get some snot on it. He's got all these substances, like Crisco, like all over him, that he rubs on to get a little bit more grip. But yeah. So, and I agree with you, Frizy, that eventually baseball is going to go back more to contact hitters. You're going to see more. The average is going to start to creep up. You're going to have less strikeouts. Runs might get a little bit more, but you might have longer games, which I don't know if baseball wants that. But I think it's going to take more than 5 to 10 years, because you've been training the players that are there now. This has been a transition like 25 years in the making. So it might be more like 15 years before we're back to that level. But so that's the controversy that's going on in baseball right now.
I was reading those texts in our chat. It's gonna be interesting. I tell you that. I mean, hopefully that we can start to close that gap. We got to start closing that gap. But again, we're about to hit midway here in a month, less than, and then I hope we really start getting them bats hitting, really start getting after it.
Well, here's the thing: the Brewers are in first place, and they only have one hitter hitting above 300. They ain't even hitting the ball great.
The Yelich or no?
No, it ain't. Yelich ain't even close to 300. Yelich hasn't even picked it up yet.
Oh, geez.
So if he starts mashing, and you get maybe one other hitter who starts picking it up, Willie Adames, his batting average is a little he's the shortstop they traded for. His batting average is a little bit of a mirage, because he's been hitting 300 since he joined the Brewers, but he was hitting like 210 with the Rays, so his batting average is still like 228. So it's gonna be interesting. And Lion brings up reopening day tomorrow. So tomorrow, Miller Park's full capacity. They're pumping it up pretty hard, trying to get a full crowd. So it's going to be, baseball is back, baby. This is what I was missing last year.
What time's that game at tomorrow?
I'll look it up because I don't know for sure. What so the Bucks play tomorrow. You watching that game? Lion says the game's at 3
Rockies 310. Ooh,
against
it's
one of
gonna
the
be
worst road teams in
it's
Major
gonna
League history.
easily. It's gonna be a busy. It's gonna be busy in Milwaukee, man.
Are you watching the game tomorrow for the Bucks?
I am. I am watching the game tomorrow. Um, yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm going to go to the game. I'm gonna
Wait,
be there.
you're going to the game
Going to the game. I will be there. I will
like
be
in person?
front, center. No, I'm kidding. I don't know where I'm gonna be, but yes, I will be there. And I will be able to have some great content for us next Thursday because I'm gonna watch I was gonna say every snap. Listen, be able to watch every single minute of this game. Um, Gotta see it, man. I gotta see it. I gotta see Giannis live. Never saw him live. That's gonna be awesome. Um, gotta see what this team's gonna do. If the Bucks fall behind two, I don't want to say I'd
And
be
then going on
nervous.
the road. The thing is, this isn't like
Exactly.
Brooklyn where it was they fell behind 2, but they were coming home. If they fall behind 2 and they go on the road,
And they go on the road. Yeah, yeah. So I wouldn't
bro,
say I'd be nervous, but
I would be.
whew, you don't want to. You want to puncture that armor. This game, and then go to Atlanta. And possibly go up 2-1. You don't want to go into Atlanta 0-2. Down two. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. So it's going to be exciting, man. I'm looking forward to it. That's for sure.
You gonna you gonna try to watch some of that Euro Cup this weekend, or you just
Let's
gearing up
go.
for some basketball?
I'm gonna watch the Euro Cup. So Euro Cup, France plays on the 28th, which tomorrow's the 25th. So 26, 27. That's Monday, correct? If I'm right.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try though. I'm most definitely gonna try. Now that we're obviously down to winding down. I wouldn't necessarily say winding down in baseball, but I just really want to watch these Bucks. But after that, I should have some time to um
Well,
catch some
come
Euro
July, it's like a
this
totally
week.
different season with baseball because they have
Yeah,
so many games under their belt that you start to see the real teams. So these teams that started hot, like I would not be surprised if you see the Giants start to fade a little
right.
bit,
How
just
do we get back to
because.
baseball?
Why aren't we?
I thought we were just talking about basketball.
Oh, I thought you were talking about how July, like baseball, you're just totally in. Okay. Anyway, go with what you
no,
were talking about
no,
basketball.
I was just saying that now that obviously once the Bucks play tomorrow, once that's over with, I don't. I'll catch the Suns Clippers game, but I'm gonna really get into some Euro Cup this weekend. But you're still right though. I guess we got the Brewers still too tomorrow. We got baseball this weekend as well. Um, I'll see what those. I don't care to watch. You can. I'll tune in, but the Brewers versus the Rockies. That's pretty boring.
Could be. It could be boring. The Rockies have actually been kind of fun a little bit because they got a couple young players that are
What were you
balling
saying about
out.
the?
So what's that?
What were you saying about the Giants?
I could see them fade come end of July where they got really hot for a while and all of a
Yeah.
sudden they start to play some 500 below 500 baseball and they start to lose ground, but they don't look like it
Mm.
right now.
Yeah, the game of baseball is an interesting sport. A lot of games, but again, you start to get into that second half, it starts to really get exciting, and then obviously it just keeps escalating as you get closer and closer to the playoffs. And then once you're in the playoffs, the sport, in my opinion, is extremely fun to watch in the playoffs. Um,
You need that
Sometimes I
urgency.
don't even right. I don't even care who's playing. I just like watching hits. I like watching steals. I like watching the aggressiveness. I like watching the sort of passion, the win or go home. You know what I mean? Not the casual play. So I
I agree
like
with
it.
that. I agree. You got
So
no
put it this.
no argument from me.
So I was at the Timber Rattlers game What's the
No,
today's
was it the
third?
Timber Rattlers or the Dock Spiders?
Yeah, excuse me. Yep. Let me. Yeah, my apologies. It was the Doc Spiders game the other day, and I was behind home plate and checking out some of those pitches, trying to watch them live. Yeah, it's pretty sweet, and they had a clock behind them, way back fence, of course. Yeah, I saw a couple 89s, saw a couple 92s. Yeah, that ball's moving now. That ball's moving. You don't have a lot of time
That's not
at all.
that's not even minor league baseball.
Exactly. Then that's what I was telling. I was with a couple friends too, and I was like, yeah, and that's not even that
That's
ball's not moving a whole lot.
that's
There's only like
yeah.
2 or 3 pitches I saw. that's, it. That's it. I didn't see
So
any of those nest throws.
when you see even like single A or double A pitchers, like when we went to T Rats, that's single
Right.
A, so that's professional. That's actual professionals. Whereas Dock Spiders, that's like a college summer league.
Gotcha.
Usually, most of those are college players.
Gotcha. Yeah, I could tell because the ball was moving as in speed wise, but there wasn't that much actual movement on the ball that made any sense. It was
Yep.
about you only saw about 2 or 3 pitches. That's it. The same, just the rotation of that. You didn't see any slurves, right? You didn't see any. What's another good
A
one?
slider or a curve.
I think I may have saw a slider. I think I may have seen a slider. I'm not sure though. If it's just like it is in the show, then I don't think I did see it actually. Um, I just jumped around there, but trying to think back. But long story short,
It's hard
yeah.
to tell the difference between a slider and a curve in real time.
Okay,
It's
okay.
yeah, they look very similar. So
Frizy, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll tweet that out again and gotta get those Wolves to win that helmet challenge. Gotta get it. One of my bucket lists is to watch a baseball game at every stadium in the majors. That'd be pretty sweet.
well, what are you gonna be doing? You gonna be playing any video games this weekend?
Yeah, man. So I love playing the show. I obviously still play Knockout City, um, FIFA. Uh,
What you gonna be playing this weekend though?
right, right. I don't know. What are you gonna be playing? I don't really know yet.
I'm
I
probably
think I'm
gonna be
gonna go buy
playing
something.
Ratchet and Clank Rift
Yeah,
Apart. Probably playing that a little bit, and then
I know
I
what
don't
you're gonna
know.
do.
I'd like to get back to Knockout City. I haven't played that in 3 weeks. When was the last time we
Yeah,
played? It's been a minute. I
it's
haven't played. I've been wanting to play, but I've just been so busy. I haven't been able to. I haven't been able
right.
to find any time.
I know what I'm doing this weekend. Justice League.
Oh, you're gonna yogurt talked you into it, huh? You're gonna watch the Snyder cut.
I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it, but gosh, talking 4 hours.
Let's
But
do it.
again, but if it's that good as people said, you're gonna want it. You're gonna want more once it's over.
Yeah,
So I mean, I can sit through
I
four
wanna I
episodes.
wanna watch it. I do want to take time and watch it
Right.
eventually, but I don't know if it's gonna happen anytime soon.
Yeah. Good luck, dude. Um. Other than that, man, we covered some good stuff, and we got some more stuff to come. With sports, I'm gonna see if I can catch as many Euro Cup games as possible this weekend. I'm gonna actually pull the schedule up, the entire schedule, and see. 'Cause my team doesn't play till Monday, but when does Italy play?
I don't know. I
Let
can
me
look that
see.
up. So, see here. You're going to the Bucks game. You
Yeah,
got a book that's out. Nowhere to Run. Check it out. MontyBall.com. Just said it that way because it's phonetic. Um,
you
what
guys play on the.
else?
You guys play Saturday. Most definitely catching your guys' game. Your guys' game is Saturday at 2 p.m. against Austria. I'm sorry, who are you guys playing?
You don't know who Austria is?
Yeah, I mean, I know where Austria is at, but I'm saying you guys play Wales, Austria, Turkey.
Austria is a good
No, you
soccer
guys
team.
beat Switzerland. Switzerland not that good. That's 3-0. And you guys only got Wales because they had a red card.
Oh, that's the only reason.
But that's
At the end of the match, they got a red card. That's the only reason that Italy won.
No, it was not at the end of the match. It was in the 55th minute, by the way.
Okay.
That is a very crucial moment. 55th
Was it though?
minute.
That was after they were down 2 goals.
No, you guys only won 1-0. That red card was crucial.
Mm-hmm.
You guys won 1-0, and the other team had a red card in the 55th.
How many games
minute?
has France won in this tournament?
Let me see. I'm gonna get back on my team. I just been really into NBA, France, Euro. Let's see this, boy. Let's see. All right, my team, my French men.
They haven't even have they won one game? I don't think they have. They tied every game.
France. Yeah, they have. Stop it. Stop it.
I think they tied every game.
I'm trying to see, but this is. Let me go to just standings. Okay, you guys.
What did France do here? Come on.
You guys crushing, folks. Jeez. All right, you guys are first, obviously in Group A. You guys are first. France is first in Group F. We are 1-0 with 2 draws. Those draws are going to kill us.
Well, it doesn't matter now. It's knockout rounds, so you just got to win. Win in advance.
Oh, yep. It says it right there, too. That's right. That's right. Yep. Just say it down there, too. Qualification next round. Well, okay. Let's go.
Well,
let's go. This is going to get exciting.
Look for some more Euro Cup crying next week. Talk about the Bucks next week. We'll see how they're doing. Critique. Hopefully they're still playing. We'll do some baseball talk, and we'll go from there. Catch us on Sunday for our sobriety podcast. Same spot.
Yep.
Where can they find you, Monts?
Yeah, you guys can find me at MonteBall28 on Twitter. Instagram Monte Ball, my website monteball.com, our Untapped Keg pages as well. On social media, please send us a message, topics, what have you. If you want to even come on the show, Rising, if you're looking to hop on, just let us know. Anybody who has a better take in baseball than I do, please fill my spot. But this is exciting. RJ, where can they find you?
You can find me at our Untapped Keg pages. That's the best way. Just look up Untapped Keg, hit us up, and yeah, that's I honestly have not been doing anything on personal social media accounts in a long time, so we'll just do some Untapped Keg, and
Nice.
We'll make it nice and easy.
Indeed.
Everybody, have a good night. Good luck to the Bucks tomorrow. Big game, baby. Enjoy the game. Go to monteball.com. Check out the book, Know Where to Run, and we'll catch you on Sunday. Have a good week, everybody. See ya.